Hi, Rebecca Connell here in the Cool Tools Studios, and I'm going to show you how I achieve a consistent, clean application of Black Max patina on my metal clay pieces. Here's what we need to add a Black Max patina. I've got the Fordham portable flex shaft, I've got a rubber glove, I've got the superfine 3M sanding sponge, plastic tweezers, a Q-tip, distilled water with baking soda, plain distilled water, the Black Max, and a paper towel to work on, and then of course the studs. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure that the surface of this stud is clean. If you've touched it with your fingers, there's going to be some oils on there. So you can just use a 3M sanding sponge or a little piece of sandpaper and just give it a gentle scrub. And that'll remove any fingerprints or finger oils off of it. I'm going to take the Q-tip, loosen it up a bit so that it'll absorb a little more water, or a little more Black Max, excuse me. I'm just going to dip that in there. I've got my glove on, I've got safety glasses on, my hair is tied back. I'm going to pick this stud up by the post, and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. And let it sit just for a few seconds. Make sure it's everywhere you want it. And drop it in this neutralizing solution. And I'll repeat the other so you can see. Tap, tap, tap. Let it sit. Neutralizing solution. Now it's important that the neutralizing solution and the plain water are distilled water and that they're at room temperature. There needs to be temperature parity between the Black Max and the liquid you are using to neutralize and rinse. Otherwise you can leave a little bit of a white cast, which will mostly not be an issue because it's going to be sanded or polished off. But if you want to achieve a really perfect finish, you really do need this temperature parity. I'm just going to put them in the rinsing water, and then they're ready to dry. Now with Black Max and a lot of other patinas, it tends to develop over a few days. So I can let these dry and I can do a quick polish, and then I can see what they look like and I can wear them. But expect over the next day or two after you patina that patina will continue to develop and you might need to polish them up a little bit again. But after a few days, it settles and it should stay where it is. Last step for these studs is to remove some of this patina and bring out the details in the texture. And I'm just going to use a sanding sponge to do this. And that way I'll preserve the patina in the background, get a really good amount of contrast. And you can really squeeze these into tiny folds to get into those details. You can also use them around the edge and get all that. And you can just keep fussing until you're happy with the result. Alternatively, you can use the micro motor with a fiber wheel. This fiber wheel will remove it quite quickly and save your hands, but it's not entirely necessary for this project. I'll repeat with the other one, and then I'm going to move to the back. All right, to clean up the back, I'm going to use these 3M bristle wheels. This is a 400 grit, the blue. You don't need this to be spinning too fast. And I'm just going to clean up the post a little bit from using the pliers on it. even that finish out. And then go along the back. You can see really immediately that gets rid of the white cast. Pickle white. I like to finish going in the same direction. It just looks a little cleaner to have the lines sort of all go in the same direction. And I will repeat that with the other stud. And here they are together, complete.